31%? You crazy! Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another movie review on Venom. I'm going to start with a non-spoiler review, and then I'm going to get into the spoiler section of the video, so you can just dip out and then come back later if you don't want any of the spoilers. And at the same time, you can hear my thoughts on the movie. I am going to tell one spoiler. I hate spoilers so much, and I wouldn't give this spoiler if I didn't think it would actually make the movie better. Now, that 31% I think is mostly due to just the movie simply not being a rated R film. I can understand how that upsets a lot of people. I don't know why. For some reason, it didn't really bother me that much. I think maybe because of Venom's appearance in the Fox Kids cartoon from way back in the day. That toned down Venom really bummed me out then, especially Carnage too. So I think I'm over that and understanding that the character has to be adapted for the masses. At the same time, many people have made the point, hey, Deadpool was successful as hell, Logan was successful, they could have done it, and yes, they really could have done it, but the people behind the cameras, behind the director's chair, the producers, I don't know which one, or maybe it's all of them, but they're stupid. Like, they're really, and they don't really care about movies, and this is how, and here's the spoiler. The very last scene of the film is in the trailer. And that upsets me very much because that means that they don't care at all about storytelling. Now, you want to look at comic book movies, the people that are doing it right the most, let's all say it together, Marvel, alright? Marvel's killing it. And the reason why is because Kevin Feige loves movies and he loves storytelling. And if you notice, in the Marvel movies, we don't really see anything past like the 75% mark of the film in any trailer. It's usually actually around the 50% timestamp mark, throughout the movie. That's like all brand new stuff after that, right? But with this, it's just, and they've done it many times with Amazing Spider-Man 2, so I enjoyed the movie. I'm going to just say it, I enjoyed the movie, but when it got to that, and I saw the very last scene, there are after credit scenes, so do stick around, but that last scene of the film was in the trailer and it just enraged me. I was so pissed. I was like, wow, that was a good movie and I would have liked it so much more if I didn't already see that scene. You know what I mean? It's like when you tell a joke, you don't start with the punchline, you save that to the end. So that really frustrated me a lot. So probably that was my biggest complaint, is that the final scene of the film is in the freaking trailer. Get out of here with that! And I think it's Arad. I'm putting the blame on Arad because whenever I hear Arad speak, I hear a total dumbass. Words that come out of his mouth, just pure stupidity and lack of caring. He got really lucky acquiring Marvel, and then he's just been fat and happy ever since then and just filled his brain with a lot of nothing. Arad, quit. Please, you're fired! Okay, rant over, and we're still supposed to be in the non-spoiler section. I did like the movie. I think this is the best Venom movie that we could have gotten without it being tied to Spider-Man. I think Tom Hardy did a great job. I liked the actors. I loved the character of Eddie Brock. I loved the character of Venom. I loved the character of the symbiosis of them together. Like, that was great. Could have used probably just a little bit more Venom in it, but, kind of nitpicking. And then after the credit scenes, definitely stick around. We're in spoiler territory now. Alright, so let's get into the dislikes once more. Again, my least favorite thing is the final scene of the movie. That really pissed me off. There was one point in the movie where I feel like the pacing was maybe just a little bit slow, but not that bad. I mostly really liked this movie. Final scene of the film, the other thing that bummed me out of the movie is that, and here's a spoiler, Woody Harrelson's playing Cletus Cassidy. I think a lot of us already knew that. I had heard about that, but when you actually see it, I'm like, oh no. And the wig, it just looks silly, and I didn't like the line too, when I get out of here, there will be carnage. It's like, oh no, I don't think you have this character down, Woody, and this isn't you. These actors, I feel like you gotta take a piece of the actor and then the character and combine it into one, and it's not Cletus Cassidy isn't asking for Woody Harrelson to be part of that. You know what I would have thought would have been a great Cletus Cassidy is the guy who played Pyro from the X-Men movies. I thought that would have been a great Cletus Cassidy. There are so many perfect Cletus Cassidys out there, and Woody Harrelson is not one of them. So yeah, you're fired, Woody! I'm sorry, I love you, man, but you're out of here, Woody! I'm firing all kinds of people today. We could have used more Spidey references. It would have been nice to see this tied to Spidey, aside from, like, one of the first lines of the movie is that they reference that spaceship landing on Earth is Jameson. So they say Jameson, so I was like, ooh, yes. But then there's no mention of the Daily Bugle later on, and I was like, damn. They mentioned him back in New York, and they didn't mention the Daily Bugle at all. So I was like, oh man, that was an opportunity. That would have been just kind of cool to hear somebody say the Daily Bugle or the Bugle. That would have been nice. But nope, not at all. So, and aside from that Jameson reference, there's no tie to any Spider-Man at all. And there is no mention of Jameson in any Spider-Man movie. So it's not even like a really nice connection. You know what I mean? It doesn't really land. So, yeah, more blood and gore. You can figure it all out. He's biting heads and throwing pieces out. There's no blood anywhere. It's in dark scenes. I could have used the gore, but I was expecting that already. I'm not disappointed. I kind of knew, you know, that Sony doesn't have the cojones to do that. You know, Fox does, apparently, as much as I've hated Fox in the past. But hey, when they you know, made Deadpool, I was like, hey, you guys are brave. Right on. I tip my beanie to you. And then another thing is that we did see very old Stan Lee in the movie. Man, Stan Lee has not been the same since his wife passed away, man. I remember hearing him, seeing him and speak at San Diego Comic-Con. It was just like a month or two after Joni passed away, and it was like, oh, his voice. It's like he's sad. He sounds sad all the time now. It's just kind of tough, and that tone is still in his voice, like when he's in the cameo in this movie. Very, very sad. Lifelong partner gone from him, man. It's like, it's got to be rough on a level that I cannot even comprehend. But I would have liked to have seen Todd McFarlane in the movie somewhere. Could we have not seen Todd? Unless I missed it. But yeah, seeing Todd McFarlane somewhere in the movie would have been great. Why not? Why couldn't we seen Todd McFarlane? That would have been pretty cool. Anyway, my 5 favorite things about the movie. And again, I really liked the movie a lot. Again, I said earlier, Venom and Eddie. Those are my 2 favorite things of the movie. And they had me. They really did have me. Like, whenever Venom and Eddie weren't on screen, I wanted to see more Venom and Eddie. Like, it was great. I really love how that character was played. One of my favorite, and then the connection between them, I like how they wrote that in. I always thought the symbiotes just grab onto whoever. Oh, another gripe of mine is I wish we'd gotten more of the other symbiotes. We only get Riot, so, you know, it would have been cool to see more. But anyway, but Riot was really cool, and I like how he was different from Venom too, so that was pretty sweet. But yeah, the connection between Venom and Eddie was great. I love that line, like, "You're a loser, Eddie." I thought that was awesome, and they explain, and the dialogue going on in his head and stuff. I just thought it was so well done. Like, and one of my favorite, probably my favorite line of the whole movie was like, "Eddie, on my home planet, I was a bit of a loser, like you." Like, I just thought that was great. I love that. Some genuine laughs in the movie, you know? Like, or what do you say? Like, jump off the building or something like that. And you see him get the elevator. Pussy. I thought that was awesome. So, yeah, I love that dialogue between the 2 characters kind of becoming one. And I love the acting from the other characters, too. Even though I wanted to see Eddie and Venom the whole time I'm watching the movie, I still really liked the other actors and the other characters. I liked the girlfriend and stuff. I liked the role that Eddie had in her life, like how he's just kind of, you know, trying to, you know, expose the powers that be, you know what I mean? And she's, like, directly working for the powers that be, so I thought that was great. The whole She-Venom moment, I thought that was awesome. That hit the geek spot. I really liked that. People were weirded out by him kissing the symbiote, but it didn't weird me out or anything because she was wearing it, so it just made sense to me. But I don't know, some people tripped off that. I really love the Venom power set. I thought it was great. We didn't have to see him shoot any webs or anything. He used the goop around. He didn't crawl up, you know, the Millennium Tower. He did this whole, you know, leaping kind of thing. I thought that was awesome. The agility and everything wasn't as high as it would be if he had bonded with Peter Parker or anything, but he was still very mobile and everything. I thought he was great. I thought like Venom on screen was awesome. And the details in the face, like I love how there's that pearlescent reflective shimmer in his eyes, and I would get stuck looking at the teeth and looking at all the detail in the teeth. And the way the symbiote goop kind of always like kind of ran like goopy water. Like I loved how it looked. I loved looking at him. It looked great. I really liked, again, the characters. I thought the new boyfriend for, you know, his girlfriend, the love interest, was it Dr. Dan? Was it Dan? But I liked that guy. I thought that was really cool. Usually the new boyfriend is like a total douchebag kind of guy, but no, it was the opposite. Like, he was actually a cool dude. And he was a fan of Eddie's at the same time. He was like, oh, you took down those two guys? Like, that was awesome. Like, yeah, cool, man. So he looks out for Eddie. He really thinks Eddie is a good guy, and I like that part of the character. I like that part of the movie because it kind of helps build the character. You know what I mean? Like you want to root for him. If this guy who's previously banging his current girlfriend and he wants to stand up for him, that means that like Eddie's got to be a really good dude for him to do that. Because usually you don't really want to talk to the dude who used to bang the chick you're dating. You know. Like, you may have respect for each other or whatever, but you don't want to hang out. You don't want to treat him at the hospital, you know? You don't want to do all that stuff. You don't really want to be around the dude. But if he's a really good dude, then you would do all that stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then the final thing I'll say that I really liked about the movie is my beloved hometown, San Francisco, the city of which I was born in. I loved what they showed us of San Francisco. They showed us some gritty parts of it. That bar with the red lighting, I swear I've played there. I can't remember the name of the bar that I think it is, because I think it's off of Howard, like somewhere in Soma, but off Howard, and I think I played there before. And I was thinking that to myself, and my brother leans over to me, he's like, I think you've played there before. I was like, I think so too. That's a lot of my gigs, especially with the Mangs, look like in those, you know, small bar type areas. A lot of fun. Like, we see a lot of different parts of the city. There was one scene that was really funny because, and I was explaining this to X-Man 87, he's on his motorcycle driving down Embarcadero, and then and then it cuts to another shot of him turning around the corner, turning in towards the port of San Francisco, and then it cuts away to show him driving into the city. Imagine this is San Francisco right here, okay? The ocean is right over here, so it's like they show him driving down this way, cut to him driving down this way, cut to him driving this way, all in like the span of like a couple of seconds. It like didn't make sense. Like it was really weird. So, but yeah, it's not a complaint. Movies do that all the time. I just thought it was kind of funny. And then just seeing them hanging around the houses and stuff, those old Victorian houses and everything, because I have family that lives in those houses, and it's like, I don't know. It was just great to see, you know, my home big city, you know, over there, you know, lovely San Francisco. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for the ranting and stuff. I had to edit this down just a little bit, but I got really pissed off over stupid stuff that had nothing to do with the filmmakers and the actors. I feel like the director and the people behind, the actors, all put a lot of work and thought into this movie. I could see right through you, Sony. I know what's happening over there. You guys make bad decisions on the highest level, but the people that you hire, you're able to hire good people, so thank God for that, right? By the way, Arad, thank you so much for hiring Sam Raimi. That was like the best decision you ever made, I think. Probably, and acquiring Marvel. So it's like, well, I have to step back for a second and think to myself, like, well, you know, as much as I hate Arad at this moment in time, because I do blame him for the stupid stuff, he has made smart decisions back in the past that have saved Marvel and brought Spider-Man to life big time for the first time on the big screen. So yeah, giving them credit for that. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all the things, please. It helps make this channel grow and continue on. And I should have an action figure review set later on today. I will catch you guys later. Peace. Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.